Alright, the stream is now back. Alright, that was just a quick fix. Just had to be quickly restarted. Alright, what are we doing?
You were gonna check the table.
Yeah, what's the check for that? Just perception or investigation or what? Rhino.
Alright, to check the table. And what are you looking for?
Health potion.
Anything that can help Jerry.
Oh, well, Jerry looked over it earlier, and nothing else is really there.
Well,
okay.
Remember, I got a low score, so it was like, there's things on the table. Well, I just knew that there was vials there.
If there's no healing potions, then fine, but if it's just because
sorry, that's what I thought.
There is also no healing potions.
Okay. Then.
Alright, so Dagmar, would you like to perform a first aid check?
I don't have any first aid kits.
No, just do basic medical training, like rip up a claw to staunch bleeding or something.
Okay, what do I do for that?
I replace his body with the dead guy's.
Just medicine check.
So he has a new body.
Okay.
Hey guys.
I got a 10.
What's up?
What, Jerry?
I just saw in my inventory I had 3 healing potions.
Oh. Can I take one off Jerry's body?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
You want me to do that, Jerry?
Yeah. I mean, it's that or death.
I will check Jerry's pockets for healing potions and force feed him one.
I
guess I'll let Jerry do his own health roll.
Get rid of the turn order thing, by the way.
Okay. Okay, what was it for a healing potion then?
2d4 plus 2, I believe.
I think so.
Is that right, Rhino?
2d4. Yeah.
Oh, 2d4 plus 2?
Jeez.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like flipping between tabs here.
At least roll the 2d4.
And get rid of the turn order just real quick, please, Rhino.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh, my desktop background has switched to the Shantae one.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, so Jerry healed 8 health.
There we go. I'm a third there.
Well, you're alive now.
Yeah.
All right.
Guys, I had the weirdest dream. I was choked by a rug.
Hey, guys.
Do not worry, my friend.
Why does this keep happening to me?
The rug
Why is my life suffering?
Oh.
Oh my god, the bed moved.
I guess now we can check that chest, I guess.
I'm turning to the chest and say, we killed the traps, now open up!
I want to take the parchments and book there and see.
It's basically just old paper, but sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure people can find a use for old paper.
Okay, so basically it's just like extra parchments I can write on then.
So does my screaming at the chest make it open?
It does not.
Alright, well first I'm gonna see if by killing the traps it has become unlocked.
It has not.
Alright, I'm shooting the lock off with my pistol.
Okay.
Bang.
Roll to hit.
Oh my, are you kidding me?
Try it.
Alright. 15.
The lock pops open.
Okay.
Finally.
That's a bullet down. Okay, I'm looting the chest now.
Alright. Also, let it be known this was all planned before the session of what is in here. Just because I'm about to laugh.
Okay.
Oh my
god.
God.
So, within the chest you find...
If you say it!
You found 60 gold.
Alright.
An alchemist kit.
Alchemist kit, okay.
Oh, hey, that's something I was looking for.
I know, that's why I laughed. I was like, oh, I already had that planned. Alright, a potion of superior healing.
Ooh.
A potion of heroism.
What's that do?
Makes you a hero.
I'll look it up. And also a scroll. Not a spell scroll, though. It's something a little different.
Alright, well first, 60G, that's 15 per, so I divvy that out, 15G each.
You magically toss it through the wall to Aial.
Look, I'm good at this sort of shit. So everyone gets 15G.
Alright, here we are. Potion of Heroism. For 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points. It lasts for 1 hour. For the same duration, you are under effect of the Bless spell.
Thought so.
Also, it is blue and steams.
Anyone have any particular interest in that potion?
I just want the alchemist's kit.
Well, we can decide on who gets that later.
All right,
Also, for those of you curious, Potion of Superior Healing is 8d4 plus 8 HP.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a big heal.
all right, give me a moment.
Alright, so yeah, there's also a scroll. You want to give that to Dan as usual?
Or do you want to read it?
Give me a moment first, please.
He did say it was a not magical.
Let me put the stuff
I
in
can't
my
remember
inventory.
Let's say it's not a spell.
All right, I'm just gonna
Okay.
keep the 2 potions on me, and I'm gonna look at the scroll.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Opening up the scroll, you see it's a bit old, as if the mage man had been working on it before he had come to his little hovel here. And it seems to have entailed a hobby of his, which, because of his experiments with alchemy, required him to have eggs and freshly hatched creatures. So he actually developed a spell to speed up the hatching process of eggs.
Dan?
Oh my god. Was this chest just tailored to me?
Yes, it was. It
Apparently,
was.
yes.
I'm noticing.
Damn.
To clarify this, because it is suspicious, that specific scroll was. Everything else was actually rolled.
Okay. All right.
I
Well.
almost died for you. Just saying.
All right. So I'm going to go over to the DM's favorite player, and I
That
give him.
depends. Do you think I enjoy more giving people things or almost killing them? That's 2 different people.
I mean, Rhino, it's very clear that Dan is your favorite.
He gave you a bunch of +1 bullets in the last dungeon.
I mean,
Which was also randomly rolled, strangely
he
enough.
also gave Dan the XP that we got from an hour-long fight just because Dan passed one singular animal handling roll.
It was his ridiculous plan, Yash.
No, it wasn't. It was something you planned to happen.
Oh, fuck. I just
For
realized.
his animal handling? No. Oh, that.
What'd you say, Jerry?
Well, because I was I became unconscious. That means that the wall of wood is gone. So I'm gonna have to redo that.
Technically true.
I give Dan the alchemist kit and the scroll.
Thank you.
And I keep the potions. Because they're mine. Because I killed the knight. Actually, I run back and loot the knight.
Yeah, and actually, I'm gonna deny myself the gold because I'm getting the good items.
Oh,
I think the gold can be split among you guys.
All right, 5 more gold each.
Yep.
Also, for you, Max, I will say you get random pieces of slightly broken armor, which I will point out is essentially a mass of metal.
I noticed we're picking up a lot of metal.
Gee, I wonder if there will be something to do with metal. Are we going to create our own robo-rhinoceroses?
To be fair, the name of the campaign is Reassembly.
I will just say this. I am giving you the metal so you can do something with it. However, I was leaving it up to you.
No, that's fair enough.
Because I thought Max would have a particular use for it.
I mean, I was kind of thinking stuff like, oh, maybe if we get some gauntlets, maybe we can enchant them for something.
All right, we go. I guess we're back here with Melody.
Alright.
As I carry the body in, I tell Melody, I believe this is the man you were talking about.
She looks down at him. Oh, yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that he passed away.
Oh, that's alright. It looks like he went peacefully since I never saw his ghost.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
I guess-
If you don't make a ghost if you pass peacefully?
She shrugs a bit. That's what I think, anyway.
I guess even ghosts don't know everything about ghosts.
How exactly did you die?
She looks like she'd been wondering when you were actually going to ask that question. She looks around, and as she points to one of the spider webs, well, specifically I died right there. I had gotten trapped in here by a cave-in whenever the fortress upstairs was attacked. And then the strangest thing happened. I was attacked by a spider that wasn't there. Well, it was, but not for very long. It was kind of weird. It flickered in and out. I've seen it down here a couple times, but he doesn't come by that often.
I would like to leave before it shows up.
Ah, too late. Rhino said it. It's going to appear. If it's going to appear, it'll appear. We can't get out in time. So let's just ask her questions. That's not a jab at you. That's a thing about DMing in general. If it's going to attack us, we can't do anything about it.
I have words for you whenever we're out of this basement.
Those words had better be "you're not wrong." Do we have any?
All right. So anyway, yeah, that's how she died.
She died to being bitten by a spider?
Well,
yeah, after being trapped. Also, she comments, "At least I guess it was quick, but it was still confusing." Also, I wasn't very fond of watching it slurp my insides out.
I wouldn't be fond of that either.
So is your body? Did it eat your body?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to make sure it was a simple explanation for why your body's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It got pretty hungry.
Well, we've explored all we can. What is happening?
Does someone have a wolf?
I just watched someone win a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 match, and they used Wesker's counterattack to win.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Best we should be going before anything else happens.
All right, sorry about everyone who heard that.
All right, so do we all head upstairs?
Yeah.
I would like to, yes.
and
Me
we
and,
take-
me and Jerry need sleep.
And we take Melody.
Yeah, I hope we can take Melody.
I mean, she said she'd come along.
You lead her out.
Well, should we take the body too for proper rights and all that?
Yeah, I vote yes.
I'll carry the body.
I need to switch pages then.
Don't we need to figure out how to cross the chasm?
You know what? That's fair. Go ahead.
All right. Are you able
Go
to
do that while I make arrangements.
Are you able to wall of wood again, or do we need to figure out something else?
I do have the side points for it.
All right, just make another wall of wood then, maybe.
Sure,
All right,
make the
plus-
GM drag the body.
Sorry,
we can't touch.
I can't touch the bodies.
Yeah,
And
we can't.
I did note that I am carrying it myself.
Okay, I just poking a little
Okay,
fun.
and I guess we'll just leave.
That was funny though.
All right, so Jerry has to use another wall of wood.
Mm,
All right.
there we go.
All right, now we leave. Next page. Back to the other page or whatever.
By the way, the notes that was on the table, was that just nothing, or was it just empty stuff? Or
Pretty much
unintelligible?
most of it was not sheltered in a chest, so between dust and age, it was pretty much unreadable.
Okay.
All right. So we're back. We have a ghost and a body with us, and I wave hi to Walter.
Walter just kind of stares at you like, "What did you do down there?"
All right, so I then
There's a logical explanation for all of this.
ghosts. But anyway, I tell
Ghosts.
him about what happened down there.
He goes, "Oh, you were almost killed by a rug."
Yeah, okay, look, we don't like to talk about it. Just focus on the awesome parts, okay?
I don't
Okay,
know
so-
why I couldn't catch it on fire.
You know, when you first came up, I almost expected that ghost lady there to be that man's ghost.
Listen, I know the guy looks like a lady, but give us some credit.
Ah, well, I do know how to perform traditional rites if you'd like. It would probably be best if we get that done before he starts to smell.
Yes, let's get that
The
done
count
quick.
smell worse than the bird.
Oh.
So you have smelled my new fear toxin.
Yeah,
You said you stink earlier. I'm going by what you said.
let's have the funeral. Let's have the funeral.
Okay. Bagpipes playing. Okay, it's done.
There's a jukebox if you
No,
want to
did
play
you really want
music.
me to assemble everyone and do a speech thing?
There's
No.
a jukebox if you want to play music.
Nah. We don't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yes,
would
I'd
have.
say the funeral was simple, but you buried him in a nice little grassy area just outside the fortress. And you put a
Okay.
little stone there. And Melody was kind of sad, but also kind of indifferent, as she seems to be just after so long of being a ghost.
Alright. While everyone else does things, because I don't really have anything to contribute around here, I go into the barracks, and using the hunks of metal I have, do I have, like, forging shit? Hang on. So I want to try making bullets because I haven't been allowed.
That's why I gave you the metal.
I don't think you have the tools. For
I don't
that.
think I have the actual thing. I do have proficiency in a tinker's kit.
But you don't
Do you have a Tinker's kit?
No, because you won't give me one. But you'll give Dan an alchemist kit.
He said it was determined before we even.
I know. I'm just jabbing because I'm annoyed because I'm very much running low on bullets now. I'm gonna
To be
ask.
fair, I did try and make efforts to get you more by giving you all.
I mean, yeah,
To be
but
fair, I don't
I
think-
need a way
I don't
to.
think they're-
I need a consistent source of them. I'm gonna ask around to see if anybody here has a tinker's kit.
Okay. I guess I'll just do the result of that.
Yeah.
Steve ends up pointing you in the right direction to one of the crates in the storage room again. What you find is a Tinker's kit. However, it's quite an old one. It seems like it won't get much more use out of it. You can only use it once.
Of course.
Or is there
I'm
a way?
trying not to hand things to you on a silver plate here.
Alchemist kit.
You know what?
I don't think
I'm-
Jerry's gotten any loot, and Max is complaining more than him.
I think
Jerry's
Jerry's
got
got a nice collection of weapons he likes to animate.
Jerry's gotten quite a bit.
Other
of
than
stuff.
that, I honestly don't
Um,
really know Jerry's needs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm.
I want
his-
more
his-
books and information
his
and
needs are-
knowledge.
his needs
I'm
are
a
to-
sage, for Pete's sake.
His
I'm
needs. Are,
sage mystic.
his needs are to not be suffocated.
All right, I'm gonna read the scroll
All right.
so I can.
All right. You read the scroll, and it seems like it's fairly simple. It basically involves chanting a certain phrase over and over in your head while concentrating on the egg.
All right then. Chant, chant, chant. Think on my griffin egg. Think on my griffin egg.
Okay, it's basically going to take you like a short rest to do it, so you're going to be at that for a little bit.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, we were probably going to just rest for the night anyway.
I guess that's fair. You did travel here and then go basement exploring, so it could be night again.
Yeah, I'm going to. After I have my 4 hours sleep, like assuming.
By the way, Melody is pretty much just kind of wandering around the place now.
All right, assuming we're
Just checking out the castle.
Yep.
Assuming we're going to sleep now, are we doing that?
Yeah, we could do long rest.
I would like to.
All right. After I have my 4 hours of meditation, once I get up, I would like to use the Tinker's kit that has only one use and see how many bullets I can make using the metal that I have from the knight's suit.
All right. Considering what all is involved with this, I'm going to bullshit my way through most of it and say make a dexterity roll. Bearing in mind you also have proficiency with the kit, which gives you an extra +2.
18.
All right, that's how many bullets you make.
18's quite a lot.
I guess, yeah.
And I'm going to say you use up 2 pieces of the ore you found.
The ore? I was using the armor.
Okay, you use up most of the armor. You got a little bit left.
Okay. I'll just leave it as random pieces of slightly broken armor because you're not giving me amounts, so I'm just gonna assume that you can keep track of that.
Yep.
Alright, I have 17 bullets and then 7 more +1 bullets, which is like, sure, that's a lot, but if I ever go an extended period without getting bullets, I'm
Wait,
fucked.
didn't you say 18 he made? You rolled
Yeah.
an 18. Yeah, so where'd the 17
Oh,
come
sorry,
from?
27. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, there you go. That's better.
Okay, yeah, that's better. Still, though, I really need a consistent source of bullets.
Yash, I do have a plan for that, okay?
I'm waiting for the plan to come to fruition before I die.
It's
here's
in the
what's
form
gonna
of the
happen.
merchant.
I know things are well so far, and I'm putting faith in you as much as I can. But if we ever go into an elongated dungeon with a lot of combat, like the previous dungeon we went into, but longer, I'm going to be screwed because I'll use up all my bullets.
Okay.
That's
Unless you
That's
find
when
more
you
partway
point.
through.
I was about to say that's when you pull out the pointy sword of yours and start jabbing people in the eye with it.
That's fair.
Alright, so everybody sleeps, everybody heals.
Yeah, except for me, who I've spent most of the night doing my little chant.
I don't think I said it earlier, but I did grab my stuff after I dropped it.
You did say that. You did say
Okay.
that.
I want to make sure because I don't want that to come back and haunt me.
Does anything happen?
I'm back to full health.
Does anything else happen when I wake up? After my 4 hours before anyone else is awake? Does anything happen? Just wondering because we have like melody and night patrols and whatnot.
You could hear
well,
me.
Melody, you can see, hasn't really slept at all because she doesn't really need to. She's just kind of wandering / actually floating around a bit. She seems to like to go to the top of the tower and then just kind of walk off and see how long it takes her to go down to the ground level.
I bet
But only being in a relatively flat cave leaves her very entertained.
Quite simply.
I
All right, and also Winry is actually out on patrol again, and you pass her, as is appears to be your custom in the mornings.
Yeah, and somewhere they just hear me say, "It's alive!"
I would think you say it's a boy or it's a girl.
I also want.
Well, I have to make sure it's alive first.
I want to
Don't
ask.
assume it's gender.
I want to ask.
Wait until it's old enough.
I actually want to ask Melody something. At some point, when we pass each other during the night, because this is a question that occurred to me, but I then forgot about it. So you said the entrance was blocked off, but can't you walk through walls?
She nods, but then says, "Remember, though, when you go through walls, you can't see where you're going. I ended up going in circles a lot, and it's very boring. I walked into a rat a couple times. Eugh.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. I was just
The rats weren't happy about it either.
So wait, so you've been down there. Do you know if there's like more to that cave system underground than, well, the parts that are just connected to each other, not blocked off?
He shrugs a bit and says, "I found a few other caverns, but I think they were just natural caves.
Okay.
There was a bear cave at one point. They were fuzzy."
Probably not going to go there. All right. All right, that was just my question. I just wanted to know because that was bugging me for a while.
That was a fair point.
All right, so now the typical passing Winry.
Yeah, she waves.
I wave back.
And she's just like, and she just kind of remarks casually as she passes you, "I think Chance should be back tomorrow."
Hopefully John's still with him. Hopefully nothing happened.
Yeah, hopefully, but he seemed like a pretty strong guy.
I mean, so did Coaly, and he nearly died to a rug, so...
Coaly seems more like a brainiac to me.
He somehow didn't know the rug would try to kill him.
Would you think of that?
I mean, if I saw the
didn't
rug...
even have the chance to react.
I mean, when I saw the rug standing up, yeah.
She just kind of shrugs at him. Shrugs at you. And it's just like, well, that's why you just try and get to know as much as you can about what you're going to be fighting.
Yeah. Good talk.
Oh, speaking of fighting,
Oh?
look behind you.
Alright, I look behind me and I have my weapon ready.
All right, off in the distance, you can actually see a small reddish flying figure. sort of spiraling down back into the forest.
Is that the dragon?
Mm-hmm. She points at where it went for you. She says, that's where it goes every time it comes back from a hunt.
You don't think it's gonna come after us, do you?
She shakes her head and says, no, I don't think so. We have numbers on our side here, and dragons are smart enough to know that.
Alright. Just want to make sure we weren't on a race against the clock to kill it before it tries to kill us.
Also, for the record, dragons actually can speak certain languages.
Okay.
I assume none of us know Draconic.
I do.
Oh.
I know like a lot, and then Aial has knows the other.
Yeah, I know Draconic as well.
Well,
So yeah, just something to note.
we'll see what happens.
Imagine that the dragon speaks Draconic.
Neither of them neither of them are
I like-
dragons.
I looked at the bestiary. The rug of smothering has a higher CR than the armor.
Yep.
Damn. Okay then.
So no,
Well,
yeah,
then again, it had damage transfer.
So has anything
Yep.
has anything showed up while you've been on patrol? Anything you might be a scout or that tried to attack us?
She shakes her head. A couple wild animals, but other than that, not really. I'm kind of surprised, but maybe they think this place is still abandoned.
Davar didn't think it was. I'm worried if anyone else knows about this place and us being here.
She looks a bit nervous as she thinks that. Maybe.
We might have to move out at some point. For now, it's good to get our defenses up, but once we decide we don't need anything else from around here, we should probably leave.
And go where? She asked, looking at you with a bit of an incredulous look.
I mean, I don't know.
Get supplied up here. Why leave?
I guess if you want to look at it that way, I'm just really not used to just being in the middle of nowhere without, being in a town.
You really are a city girl, aren't you?
Fiora just shrugs.
To each their own, I suppose. I'm a ranger, so I'm not exactly unused to being out in the middle of nowhere, so maybe that's why I'm more...
Yeah. I've been to plenty of places, but all of them have been full of people, like, more than 10, so...
Well, maybe you should go get busy with one of the boys then. Start repopulating.
I want to... Can I roll for...
She's joking, by the way.
Can I just roll for glare?
You can.
Intimidation.
Would it be intimidation?
Yeah.
Well, my intimidation is +0. And I got a 3.
At your glare, she just kind of smirks and sticks her tongue out a bit.
Careful, I can shoot a tongue off at 100 feet. And I'd leave it at that. We can go to morning now. I don't have anything else. Unless she has other stuff to say, but I'm done.
All right, do I have to roll anything for the griffin?
You know what, Dan?
Roll to see if it's a griffin or a turkey.
Yeah, you know what, Dan? I am going to roll a D2 for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, tell me which you want to be male and which you want to be female. 1 or 2.
2 for female.
It's a girl.
Woo!
Alright, so
Alright, this is the point where
during
we start
that
making
night,
dad
a couple
jokes.
hours. Alright, so during that night, a couple hours into it, Dan's griffin egg suddenly starts cracking, and out pops a silvery eagle head. And it just kind of looks at him curiously before peeping.
You need to
Yay!
give it a sprite on the board.
There's not much I can just say to that. All I can say is yay, it hatched.
But what are you gonna name it?
Yeah, over the course of the night, the rest of it comes out. It's got a nice golden lion back half to match its silvery eagle front. Seems all well formed and everything. And it seems to like you, judging by how it curled up next to you the instant it could.
I honestly don't know a good name for. Well, unless I really wanted to name her Gold and Silver. kind of like the last boss from Gunstar Heroes.
I'm gonna assume you don't want to name it Gilda.
No.
I could name.
Yeah.
If you do,
You know what,
if you do, I'll kill it.
I'll name it Talia.
Okay.
Ooh.
Talia. All right, Dan has his backup character. If he dies, he plays as Talia. It takes a while for him to be able to fight.
All right. I will go ahead and say this though. Dan, do you remember what you were trying to do with the snake?
Which snake? Oh, the
The-
snake. The snake
Yeah.
from the Civil War. That was just to team up with them and make sure they didn't attack
Do
us
you
all
remem-
the time.
But do you remember what you did after the battle? You asked it a question.
Yeah, I asked her a question if it would want to be my familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Is Talia gonna be my familiar?
Well, I mean, that's up to you. And she has to get a little older and a little smarter before then. But I am willing to allow this.
Can you
Well,
have your daughter be your familiar?
Stepdaughter at this point.
I mean,
I don't think I would want to make my stepdaughter my familiar.
a stepdaughter.
Oh, wow. You bonded with that thing more than I thought.
A stepdaughter.
Well,
it would only
I
be your,
did-
It would only be your stepdaughter if. No, wait. Stepdaughter would be if like you married married
question,
someone
Max.
who had. I'm confused.
Would you want Pokemon to fight for you?
I would just say
Because you can hatch Pokemon and you're basically like their parent.
Would you want Pokemon? I mean, that's kind of what they're all about.
Yeah, so a familiar is basically the same thing. Or a Digimon.
I don't pay attention to Digimon, so.
Basically, Dan, my interpretation of familiar is a small creature that is bonded to you magically and basically is connected to you on a level that other things cannot be.
So basically, that's what the Talia is to me right now.
No, because
Well,
you
not
actually
magically.
haven't done you haven't actually tried to do it yet, and also she's not quite smart enough to understand / willingly consent yet.
I assume you can only have one familiar at a time.
Yeah, only one familiar at a time. So I would say for now I was just gonna take care of her, but yeah, I might dabble with the thought of making her my familiar.
Okay, you've got time though.
Yeah, unless I find another one before then, and in that case she'll just be my protege, as it were.
All right. So it's the dawn of a new day. One day until Chance returns with whatever he decides to bring back, being a merchant. And you guys do have a couple different options.
Let's meet up in the courtyard and discuss these options.
I assume we'll all just eat whatever Gormando made.
Gormando serves breakfast. It is fancy omelets.
I get
Gormando.
I get
You would think you think Dan would take offense to that.
I get
Hey, I'm not. Hey, Aial eats chicken.
I get hashtag remember Gormando to start trending amongst the castle people.
What's the baby Griffin?
What is hashtag?
Hashtag is a Twitter thing.
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Is
right.
it Is it like hash brown?
Not quite, but I'm sure Gormando, if you say that, he will make us some hash browns.
He would.
All right, so we discuss ideas. I pitch the dragon slaying idea.
There is dragon?
Yep, and I feel like it'd be a great idea to go after because not only would the dragon meat keep us fed for a long time and make Gormando happy, it also guarding a lot of treasure.
Have you seen treasure?
No, but all dragons guard treasure. It's got its cave. It's not like flying around randomly. There's got to be something in that cave.
Fair enough. Before we do something, before we go anywhere, I would actually like to ask the group something.
What would that be?
Does anyone have a piece of jewelry and a feather I can use?
I do have a griffin feather on me, I believe. Let me check.
I have two gems.
Well,
I
yeah,
have gems as well.
I have a gem and a newborn or little griffin here.
Where did you get that?
Where did you?
It hatched from the egg.
Rhino,
You had the egg?
give it a Sprite. Give it a Sprite.
Oh, good point.
Also, I
Why did
noticed,
you
I
not tell
noticed,
us you had egg?
I noticed Melody being behind me for a moment there.
Well, if I had told you about the griffin egg, 9 times out of 10, you would have smashed it.
I have a griffin feather if that's what you wanted.
That will work. Can I have that and any piece of jewelry that someone might have?
I have 12 gems worth 10G each if nobody else has something to give. If a gem will work. I don't know if a gem counts as jewelry.
I have 2 gems.
Would that work?
I think you all have a couple gems.
We all
have at least 1 gem.
Actually, I have an idea. So, with a gem I take from my pocket and a feather that Max gave me, I cut off a bit of rope, and I'm going to use the rope to tie the feather and the gem into a necklace.
Okay.
And this is going to, I don't think so, because this is going to be tied to my totem warrior thing.
Oh,
Ooh.
right.
Battles are only going to get more difficult. In my tribe, warriors would take a piece of jewelry and an element of an animal. It would give them amazing properties during combat.
Wow.
But I can only use it when I'm enraged. We will see how this works later.
All right.
If you ever need me to piss you off, let me know. I'm good at my job.
Well, riding on my shoulders is not the best way to get on my good side.
Look, it helps me kill things, okay?
It will help you kill yourself one day.
I mean, I'm sure it will.
There you go, Dan.
I shrug indifferently.
Yay, baby griffin.
If we have nothing else to do, I suppose we could fight Dragon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Rhino, was that dragon fighting? Did you suggest that because that's something we could do now, or is it one of those things you're expecting us to come back to later? I don't want to throw us into suicide.
You have a couple different options for things to do now, and that was one of them.
I want to kill it. So, okay.
What is Davar doing, by the way?
I go check on Davar.
Alright, Davar seems to be polishing his armor and glancing out the window every once in a while.
Something going on?
Davar shakes his head no, but looks at you after a moment and says, "Will you need Davar for next important?"
I'm pretty sure we will, yeah. We don't even know really where they are, for one thing.
He kind of furrows his brow a bit and says, "How you not know? I tell you where they are."
Alright, undo that happening because I just forgot in real life.
Yeah, remember he told you one is in the town with the lady boss and one is at the dark castle with big boss.
Okay, I forgot that he said that part. Alright, I'm just gonna... Okay, Fiora just says, I mean, we probably will. Why?
Davar looks down a bit before looking up at you and says, "You strong. Davar, not so much yet. Goblins win by numbers, not strength."
I mean, you being with us increases our numbers.
But Davar not tough like you.
Did you want to maybe get some training in or something? Is that what you mean?
He looks thoughtful at this before nodding. He says, "Yes, Davar wants to get stronger. Get as big as Hobgoblin. Maybe bigger. Become Boss Davar."
Well, Winry might be able to help you train up, and so could John when he gets back.
Do they even like Davar?
Just because I feel like this is something Fiora would probably have picked up on by this point, do they?
To be fair, you haven't really seen the others interact with Davor all that much because he did leave with you not long after he arrived. As far as you can tell, they're at least indifferent.
I think, honestly, they are. It's like we're allies, so we see each other as our own. I would say, that's what I would say if I was in the situation.
I want to kind of like jokingly say, "Hey, they haven't tried to kill you yet, have they?"
Mm. He looks thoughtful at this, but doesn't say anything.
I'm sure they'll help you. If anything, I can help ask.
Maybe not today. Davor needs time to think.
Alright, that's fine. Alright,
well,
if he doesn't say anything else,
if
then I head back
we're
in.
gonna go after the dragon, I'm going to have Talia left here so she isn't hurt. So,
Do they know how to take care of
this?
a baby
Wallace?
griffin? That's Walter.
Walter. Okay.
Wallace.
So, Walter, I have hatched an egg. This is the griffin that came out of it. Can I trust you guys not to hurt her and take care of her while I go deal with the dragon with my friends?
He looks a bit surprised to see a baby griffin, but he does nod at your request. Well, sir, I think that a griffin on our side would be quite a boon, though. She does look like she just hatched, so it may take a while to get to that point.
I'm aware of this, but I'm willing to help train her if need be.
Well, perhaps Gormando could feed her some... Perhaps Gormando could find something to feed her, and maybe she'll enjoy hunting the rats.
I think she would love that.
Tiny rats.
I think she'd love that. Wouldn't you, Talia? She's already loving it.
Very well then, sir. I shall do my utmost to take care of her and ensure she does not tear up too much with her claws.
Thank you very much. I bow, and I leave, and I hug Talia before I leave.
While the conversation is going on... God damn it, this throne isn't in the middle. I kind of just walk in. Fiora just walks in. She's not really paying attention to the conversation. She just kind of sits on the throne and looks... pondersome.
Or pompous.
No, as in
Before we go
as in
anywhere,
she's
does
thinking.
anyone want...
As in she's thinking.
We've been going for like 3.5 hours. Does anyone want a bathroom break?
I figure,
Honestly,
I figure
we're probably not going to go too much longer. I figured this dragon thing may be the last thing in the session.
Oh, wait, are we actually going after the dragon?
We
I mean, I
can.
doubt-
It's a fairly short trip.
Okay, I was gonna say I doubt we'll kill the dragon this session, but maybe we will.
'Cause I was thinking, because like I said to Rhino and to Jerry that we would stop before we hit 4 hours.
Yeah, I think we could still do it.
I mean, I plan on fighting the dragon.
That's fine.
All right, we'll go for
Let's
it.
hope we do it quick then.
All right, so after I kind of sit looking thoughtful in the throne, I do that for a while.
All right, off you all go.
Sure.
All right, and let me gather you up here so I can copy you over to the next thing. Fiora, get your ass back here.
I had to go say bye to Steve.
When we move, the Power Rangers beam thing when they're teleported happens.
I wanted to say goodbye to LI because I'm super interested into ghosts and stuff for my magical knowledge.
She waves a bit, smiling at you, happy to have more people to be around now. Bye.
Our party is certainly weird. We have a ghost and a griffin.
We have a
All these
ghost, a
different
griffin,
races.
a bird person, a gunslinger, a fire guy, a Goliath, and Gormando.
Bird person, no.
All we need
Hey,
now
guys.
is a priest, and we can walk into a bar.
Right? No, it's
Oh, Walter, get
Phoenix
over
person.
here. We have a bar to go to.
Don't you squanch with me, boy.
Hey, do we have a name for our little keep?
We don't have a name for this place now.
I'm sure Gormando can find some wine so you can christen it later.
There was no sign to this place, and we never gave it a name.
Yeah.
I
All right.
I vote Castle of Vimy.
Ready?
Shut up.
Let's go.
I like
All
how
right.
I like how I
Yeah.
can say something with utmost seriousness and I'm still told to shut up.
Because you're trying to name it after yourself.
I'm naming it after the castle that I grew up in,
All right. You're here.
seeing as it's apparently where I'm going to live for the rest of my life.
Well, you can call it that, but that's not what it's named.
Go fuck yourself.
I guess.
Why is it so dark in here?
Why are there bones everywhere?
I have
Because
dark.
it's a dragon's cave.
All right, with my dark vision, I see what's actually around.
I'm gonna bring
Alright.
out my lantern.
Let me expand your field of view a bit.
Actually, to be more clear, I'm gonna put the lantern at my waist, and I'm gonna draw my weapons.
All right.
Randolpho, 1 if yes, 2 if no.
You see a severed hand, a burnt corpse, and a pile of skulls.
I will take that as a no.
All right, I have my rifle ready. I'm gonna give this guy a cordial invitation.
I guess I'll step forward a bit, and I'll peer around.
So is it
I
just a
prepare
wall?
my
Is it just a wall to our right then? That's still dark.
But
Hey,
like,
This, he means, is that just a wall?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a wall.
I tag along with Dagmar.
so I realized the way I had to make this one a bit different whenever I was doing it. So yeah. All right.
Do I notice anything forward?
All right. Noticing forward, you notice another burnt corpse, and you notice an opening to a large chamber. You see sunlight coming down ahead of you, but it's faint enough to where you can't really tell what's ahead of you except for it being a large open room.
I stealth
Okay.
forward. Actually, I'll let someone else do something.
I want to prepare my AC focus.
That'd be
Because
helpful.
the need to- Yeah.
Very helpful.
Okay, so that. I kind of wanted to stealth forward too, but I've already sort of. Should I just stealth forward if no one else wants to do anything?
You do it.
You could roll for stealth.
I'll try it. Nat 20,
All right. You stealth forward.
He turns invisible.
and I'm going to go up to here while stealthing.
All right. You see more ahead of you.
Question: If
To
I'm
me, is a massive room.
question, if I'm behind someone who's stealthing, does that mean I'm automatically hidden because they would have to see that person to see me?
Nah, you could be less stealthy than they are, and they notice you.
But I'd be
I
behind
think
them.
But if you make an audio cue, though.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, I'm gonna
Okay,
stealth.
well-
I'm gonna stealth up behind Dagmar as well.
Roll stealth.
All right, can someone tell me what my stealth bonus is?
It's your dexterity plus if you have proficiency. I'll look. It is your stealth is 7.
20, not nat.
All right. You also stealth up.
And I guess I'll stealth up too.
The two of you see. Hold on here.
Don't like the look of this.
You don't like the look of any place that has skeletons.
All right. Looking forward, you see more and more bones as if you're getting closer to the dragon itself.
What the fuck is this thing?
It's like a little lizard skeleton that got squished to fit in the square. Don't worry about it. But yeah, also another burnt corpse that you're standing right behind.
All right. So may I roll to stealth?
You may roll to stealth.
Swear to God.
16.
Okay.
You stealth.
Stealth mode.
Coaly, you want to?
All right. As more of you come forward, your eyes adjust a little bit in the dim light to be able to see things. You can vaguely see some small piles of treasure among the piles of bones.
Ooh, tempting.
I would like to
However,
perceive.
there's still no sign of the actual dragon itself yet.
I would like to perceive with my dark vision to see if the dragon is around here at all.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
18.
All right. You don't actually see the dragon itself, but within the room, you hear its breathing. It seems to be coming from the center pile of loot.
I'm gonna like gesture to the others that dragon is in loot.
Dragon is in loot, as in it's
Okay, I'm gesturing to them. Whatever signs indicate dragon at loot.
okay.
So like I
You know
imitate
what the at symbol is?
I imitate a dragon and then point at the gold. I do a very convincing dragon impersonation.
Can I do a perception around the room to see if I see any hostile creatures, including the ceiling?
Yes.
I imagine the ceiling should be included whenever you do perception.
15.
All right. You spot no hostile creatures. It
Okay.
seems that this dragon is a bit of a solitary creature, mostly because it eats everything else.
Well, does anyone want to take the first step, or should I?
I was actually thinking, what if we got one of these people who speak Draconic to get it to lower its guard?
Well, we don't see it yet, so...
I mean, I hear
You
it.
hear it, so
I
you
hear
pretty much know where it is.
I know that
You
Okay.
just can't actually see it.
it's on or under the pile of gold. It definitely is.
Hey, Jerry, you speak dragon. Why don't you step forward?
Want me to?
Yeah, go step forward and see if you can like get it to lower its guard by speaking Draconic and doing fire stuff like dragons do.
Okay, then I'm gonna also switch my psychic focus, because I want to have better persuasion checks.
Okay, so
I get advantage on it.
everyone remove your AC bonus.
I've never put it on. I just keep it in mind that it's there.
Yep. Okay. So I just literally just step forward.
You probably step forward into the room. And
Nothing.
yeah, I guess like try to talk to it in Draconic.
Hello.
No. A small gout of fire comes up from the loot pile in the middle of the room.
Oh,
Okay. Are you not having a great day? there-
You know what you need. Just turn it into a commercial.
Hope you actually heard what I said the dragon said while Max was making his joke.
Sorry.
I didn't.
Okay, he said, "Who woke me up?"
That would be me.
Do you wish to die? Why
No.
would you come into a dragon's cave?
To talk. I find dragons very interesting.
Well, we are the grandest of all beasts. But I am trying to sleep.
And I apologize for waking you up.
Tell you what, come be my snack, and I'll forgive you.
I pushed Jerry forward. I pushed Coaly forward.
Do you actually do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I just just a nudge forward with like the butt of my rifle.
he just died. You want him to die again?
No, trust me. As soon as
As the dragon hears your footsteps, he's like, "You better not touch my things." Another bit of flame comes from under the loot pile.
Well, I won't touch it, I swear. I just am a fellow fire liker, like you with your fire, because I'm a fire genocide. My name's Coaly.
That's a dumb name.
oh, he dies now. By the way,
Oh, well, tell me your name.
My name. What would a puny being like you need to know with my name?
Mostly because you insulted mine. I just wanted to know. Take some pointers.
Well, nothing wrong with learning from your betters. I An infernal surge.
I think you're trying too hard.
Infernal
Who was
Surge.
that?
I didn't say that in character. Shut up.
Did he say? Did you say Infernal Search?
Surge. More fire comes out, and he sounds kind of angry now.
Hmm.
Actually, my character wouldn't even know what's happening right now because he can't speak dragon.
Okay, you
You know,
just
that
see
is
fire
that
and
is-
hear guttural stuff.
You know, that is a pretty good name. I like the Sarge part. That's awesome.
Mm. You make me hungry with all your lips.
Oh, come on. My name is Coaly Grays. Anything could be better than my name.
I have an idea for a new name for you.
Oh?
Lunch.
I think that would be even worse.
Oh, I beg to differ. The loot pile starts to shift. Bit of a larger bit of it than you expected.
I just want to say that I taste like coal. That's kind of the part of my name. I literally taste awful, unless if you like eating coal.
More fuel for my fire.
I guess that makes
Okay,
sense
this-
because I'm fired.
Okay, Aial's gonna speak up by moving over here and be like, okay, I can't allow you to eat my friend, but I can give you something to gnaw on.
Oh, another one comes to my way. Why hunt anyway? Why hunt anymore anyway when they just want to me?
Well, this one has the best meal for a great dragon such as yourself.
One chance.
Are you guys ready for this?
Oh god. Oh, please do it. Yes.
Do it. I know what he's doing.
3 words. Melf's acid arrow.
Oh.
And I just fire it right into his mouth.
I thought you
Oh,
were going to
I
give him like the poisonous shit.
For the record, you still can't actually see him yet. He's just under the layer.
I'll shoot in. I'll shoot into the gold.
All right, you can do that. It's gonna do less damage, but yeah.
All right. As soon as he fires that arrow, I have my rifle ready.
Hey,
Oh, that's
Alright.
gonna miss.
All you manage to do is melt the gold a bit, but as he feels this, the dragon roars loudly and suddenly bursts out from under the gold, revealing his crimson skin.
well,
And we roll for initiative.
Melf's acid arrow is if I miss the
Jerry, your persuasion roll was worthless.
the arrow splashes him for
I get
half
this,
damage. If
I
I
got
miss, I
got 11.
splash. If I miss, I splash him for half damage. No other immediate results.
We still get do we still get plus stuff to initiative?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
+1?
That's a passive for Jerry, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How much is it +1?
I got another 8.
+2.
Oh, +2?
Actually, wait, no. Mine would have actually been... I actually tied with Jerry because I forgot to add my initiative to the roll.
No,
So
I added mine. Oh wait.
No,
oh yeah.
I forgot to add initiative to mine, so you and me have to match.
Okay.
So just roll a d20 and I'll say what I get. I got a 12. Okay,
Wow.
so I go before Jerry. So I'll just
That's a
say
tiny dragon.
I'll just say that I'm 15 so that I can remember I go before Jerry.
What's your dex bonus, Dan?
It's 3.
Your
Or-
dex bonus?
Yeah, my dex bonus is 3, and Jerry's little buff gives me +2, and that makes my
Oh, so that's why you did the +5. Yeah, Dan got it
I'm
right.
gonna put you with that then.
All right. Also, Jerry, could you switch off of persuasiveness back to the AC?
He can't do that right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be my bonus action.
For the record, for those of you curious, this particular breed of dragon wormling, red ones, for example, are chaotic evil.
Makes sense.
So he's a
No,
bit
shut up, Apple. I'm
difficult
not
to
installing
talk
any
to.
software updates.
So anyway, yeah, he's a bit difficult to talk to.
Makes sense.
All right, is that how big it is, or are you making him bigger?
He is medium, so yeah, he's about your size.
Oh.
Okay, so this would be a
Question:
wormling specifically.
Does he
Yeah, he's a wormling.
Does he understand common?
No, he only understands Draconic.
Ah, damn it! I was gonna.
So talking to it
No
is worm-
snarky words for you.
Okay. All right, fine. I'm going to.
As he snarls at you, you can see fire in his maw.
Well, for once, I'm not climbing on Dagmar. Instead, I'm gonna go. I can move this far, right? I don't usually move. I just move with Dagmar, so I'm actually used to moving. I go over here, and I am going to shoot at him with cordial invitation. My rifle.
Okay.
All right, so I get plus. You know what? I'm a sharpshooter this one.
Okay,
Actually,
so that's a
you
plus.
know what? Let me reorganize the order I'm doing this stuff in. I'm gonna go over here, and then I'm gonna use Sniper's Mark on him, because we had a long rest since I last used it.
Mm-hmm.
So I Sniper's Mark him, which means I get advantage on my attempts to attack him, and I use Sharpshooter. So, with my... So I get +4 to this, and I have advantage. Is that a baby dragon? It's not baby, but it's medium size.
Oh, wormling. So he's
It's
like
a wormling, so sort of.
And he was like, I am the greatest ever. It's like,
They like to think themselves as big.
Okay, so, right, so I get +4, +4 to this.
To be fair, Max, a human-sized dragon is more scary than a human-sized human.
My best was 23 to hit.
Okay. Was that with sharpshooter?
Yeah, that's with Sharpshooter. I only did the +4.
So you rolled a 19?
Yeah, my other one I got 13 total.
Okay.
I had advantage because of Sniper's Mark, so it's a good thing I did that. So I'm shooting him. It's just a regular bullet. I assume that hits. I assume that hits, just to clarify.
It does.
So
All right.
15 plus whatever you roll.
25 max damage.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
well, to be fair, we gotta get this done quick for Jerry's sake, so...
Please tell me that just insta kills. That'd be great.
Nowhere near.
Oh
Dear.
Wormlings are tough.
I'm gonna have to do that a couple more times, aren't I? I assume we don't
Yeah.
see his health.
Nope, because he's a big boss.
All right. Well, I shot him.
And here, so you believe me.
You know what? That's a bit more. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So after I do that, I could, if I still have movement left over, I could still move afterwards, right?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. I move back here.
Okay. Dagmar's
Okay.
turn.
Yeah, I've done my turn.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I didn't say.
Dagmar actually sweats a bit in this fight, not having the best experiences with big scaly things in the past. So because he doesn't want to get too close, he's actually going to draw his short bow to attack with.
Okay.
I got
do you just drop your weapons you had out before, or did you not have anything out?
I don't think he had anything out. He didn't say he did.
I don't.
If you didn't have anything out, I'll just let you go ahead and pull out your bow.
Yeah, I don't think I had anything out.
All right.
I managed to score, because this is a dexterity roll, I managed to score a 18.
Okay.
Is that a hit?
Yep.
No. Remind me, what? I believe a short bow is a d6? I forget the exact roll for...
Looking it up. Weapons, weapon proficiency, short bow. Here we are. 1d6.
Okay, 7 damage.
Okay.
And I will end my turn there.
So next it's Coaly.
Yep.
I don't think using fire on it will do anything.
Why'd the dragon just move?
Huh?
Did it?
Yes, it was right. It was like right there.
But no,
No,
it's
I
right
don't
here.
remember.
It's been
No,
here.
It was
maybe you were
not.
maybe you
it
were
was
thrown
not-
off because it
It
grew
was
big
not
suddenly.
there. Oh yeah.
Oh, what I think, Tim, you were just delayed on it moving back because Rhino made it big and then he made it small again and then moved.
Yeah, it was definitely not there a second ago for me. But okay.
I can't believe this dragon thing.
Okay.
This fire dragon is impervious to flame.
I don't. So I'm noticing RL Sora seems to like asking if Dan has gotten a nat 20. It's like
He is not.
Dan has not gotten a nat 20. I have, but it's like
I got one.
I don't. Yeah, Tim also had. Did you?
Yeah, during the stealth up thing.
Oh right, yeah, for stealth.
I've gotten a nat 1 though.
Yeah. Okay. What's Jerry gonna do against this thing?
Well, should I do my bonus action first, just for the AC thing, or is
Yes.
that possible?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yes.
can. You can do bonus action and action in any order you
Okay,
want.
then I just do that. But then, as for my action, it's time to animate my weapon.
Okay.
I will be using my spear. Okay, I need to. Okay, yep. That will be D20 plus 6. Is that right? Yes, it is. I keep forgetting. Yes!
25.
No one's
Yep.
missed yet.
Okay.
I did.
Oh,
Okay, yes,
I-
you missed, Dan.
did I say
and the-
did I say how many points I wanted to use?
No, you didn't.
No.
I
Although
wanted to
I
use-
think if you want to use more than one, you're gonna have to re-roll.
Okay. I wanted to use 3.
Okay, you're gonna have to re-roll your attack then.
Ugh.
Now he's gonna miss.
Yeah.
21.
No,
Okay.
it-
No, he didn't miss.
All right. So, what does using more points do?
It just means that instead each side point adds an extra a D10 of force damage.
Jesus. Okay.
Yep. That's not including that I use the normal attack from it.
Well, what
So-
weapon are you animating here?
Whoa! Apparently, it'll be my spear, which is a D6, I think, when one-handed.
And this is within your range.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Okay.
So, it's a D6. Is there anything else I have to add?
Do you add like 2?
Well,
I'm
I-
not
I-
looking
what were-
at your stuff.
I was about to say what was
Well,
what
yeah.
were the, what were
It
the
also says to add my discipline attack modifier, which is, I think, my spell attack. Probably.
it
Yeah.
should be.
So that means it is a D6 plus 6, I know that.
Okay.
But I don't know if there's anything else, like, because it's classifies it as a normal attack, as if it was a melee attack. Is there...
I think since
Anything-
you're adding your spell attack bonus, that's your attack. You wouldn't use strength or dex.
Okay then. 11. That's just that. And now I have to do the 3d10.
Jeez. Jerry with the burst damage.
Oh wait, no.
Please get max
Damn it.
damage on all of them.
Okay, 3d10.
Oh, he
21.
was very close
He
to
did-
max
he did
damage.
32
All right, so that's
damage.
32 damage.
Yep.
All right.
This thing will die before it even gets a turn.
Dad, do it.
Depends on what I do. All right. Well, I'm gonna fly over here.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say something quickly. So I
Wow.
just used 3 side points out of my 14.
Oh.
Please,
You
next,
got
time
all
use,
level 3?
next time use all of them at once.
All
I
right,
can't.
well,
I can only use up
He
to
can
3
only
right
use
now.
3 at a time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm going to use Witch Bolt at 2nd level.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mystics would be OP if they could use all their points at once. Not 20!
Nat 20!
Yeah.
If I got a nat 20? Who was asking if I got a nat 20?
Here it is.
Oh, Sora.
Sorry, yeah.
All right. Plus, because I used it as a 2nd level spell, I get to roll 2d12 for damage,
Nice.
Okay.
which is
so,
a 19. One of them is a crit.
Okay.
And because it was a critical hit, doesn't that mean I doubled that damage?
I think you just roll the damage dice again.
So
Yeah,
roll
you
another
roll
2d12.
damage. You roll your damage die twice. You don't double the damage.
Okay. And I add 8 to that.
A lot less
so
impressive.
27.
27.
27, and then when his turn comes, I get to roll an extra d12 as long as I'm connected.
Dan, it's dead.
It's dead?
We killed the boss instantly.
Son of a bitch!
Dan, how do you want to do this? Hey Tim, how does it? Hey Tim, I now know how it feels to have done the second least amount of damage.
Son of a bitch. This thing had like super high AC and super high health, and you guys just didn't miss.
We never
For fuck's
missed
sake,
it.
its opening attack was supposed to like decimate you.
I think that's what Dan felt like the first time we fought the rat ogre.
Fuck's sake.
All right, so does he get a? How do you want to do this?
I think
I
it just
did. I just did the Kamehameha.
I think it's dead, but for my sanity, I'm gonna do something just so I can see how stuff would have played out. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So
I
at
think
his
it's fair
turn,
because I've done this before.
at his turn, he would have flew down here, and he would have used fire breath. And I would appreciate it if you three down there would roll a dexterity saving throw, as I
Okay.
roll some dice.
my dex saving throw is only
25.
Okay.
8.
18.
Okay. All
So
right.
I probably would have done it.
everyone aside from Tim would take half damage.
I probably
Oh
would
wow,
have died
no,
here.
that sucked anyway.
You got a low damage roll?
Yeah, pretty much. He would have rolled 7 d6s
Oh,
for fire damage.
And how much damage would have been done?
Tim would have taken 16. You guys would have taken 8.
Oh wait. So was my 18 not enough?
Half damage.
No,
you took half damage instead of full
Never
damage.
mind, he's also a
Oh.
fire
So-
genocide, though. He's a fire genocide.
Yeah, I have resistance.
Okay, so you would take 4 damage. So yeah, that jeez. Turns out
Just-
the rolls were against me from the beginning in there anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry,
I even
Rhino,
looked up-
we decided we wanted to end the session.
I see
Not to
that.
mention,
Okay.
I looked at the Wormling. They have a challenge rating of 4. That's actually pretty high for right now.
I know.
Yeah,
I put it in here to be a strong enemy, and
Loot
you
it.
one-turned it.
I loot. I also,
Yeah,
I
you don't
also,
want to loot.
I also take as much dragon meat as I can, but I loot.
Okay. I'm gonna put everybody up there to loot. Okay, so I did actually determine this stuff
Too bad
beforehand as
Dan,
well.
too bad Dan ruined some of the gold.
All right. Also, does everyone want to know the shit tons of XP you get?
Oh,
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
All right. Everybody gets 275 XP. Because that thing was worth over 1,000 XP on its own.
Oh, wow. I can't believe that went as well as it did. Tim,
The dice were with you.
Tim, how does it?
You guys-
Quick question. When Dan killed it, did he do more than 7 over its max HP?
Well,
I want to know if Tim.
no, not in that one strike. He did more than 7 over what it had left.
Well,
So,
bear in mind, Tim.
My
did-
19
Tim did-
plus 8. Did he have 20 hit points left?
No, he had 11.
Okay, so critting didn't matter. It just I had to hit it in order to do it.
Okay. All right.
So my damage was worthless.
Look, all of it, you guys did well. Dan got a crit. Yash got max damage. Jerry hit well and bursted. Just
Yeah.
everything. went
Jerry
well
did
for
the
you guys.
most
Okay.
damage.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I could have done that before, like any other time, but the thing is that this is the first time I actually have enough side points to splurge onto my abilities.
Our easiest battle so far has been the toughest enemy.
I like
After all, I went from 5 to like 14.
Don't be surprised if I scale up the difficulty a little bit from now on.
Yeah.
This was kind of a test.
As
Yeah.
Sora says in chat, Dan used his ult.
I
You mean-
will say, I'm not going to be surprised if this if this red dragon wormling's
Don't say it.
mother or whatever.
No. Don't make it. Don't give Rhino ideas.
He
Alright.
might have already
But he
done
said
it.
enough to already do it anyway. But alright, so things you find as loot. 4 gems, each worth 50 gold.
Is that for all
Ooh,
of
I
us?
guess one each.
Then you also find 50 non-melted gold. Because the
Total,
dragon being what it is, melted a lot of it to make a little cozy nest.
total or each?
50 gold total.
Hmm,
Split it up as you will.
We'll figure that. We'll figure out dividing that up in a minute.
Alright. A
Well-
ring of free action.
Oh.
I'm just writing this down like separate in my inventory. We'll divvy it up once we have the full list.
And finally, a periapt of health.
Spell that.
What
for
is
me,
that?
Please.
Periapt of health.
All right. What is the periapt of health?
Okay. I did look all these up. Basically, I wanted this guy to give you some good stuff, and I actually rolled a D100 on a loot table thing, and that gave you guys like access to a really high level magical loot table. It was just like this one, go to A, go to B, go to C, for like a couple of ranged ones, and then it was like if you rolled a D100, go to chart G. And I was just like, holy shit.
Chart G has a lot of stuff, doesn't it?
Chart G has one different thing for each number. You were in the big leagues.
Woo!
Well,
All right, so I'm actually at the rings right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one.
okay.
All right, Ring of Free Action. Requires attunement. While you wear this ring, difficult terrain doesn't cause you extra movement. In addition, magic can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained. So it's not you get to do more, it's that things can't stop you from doing stuff.
Okay, the name free action made me think we get to go twice in a round.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Imagine if I had that.
Yeah, but pretty much this way, you're not going to get bound, essentially.
Okay.
And then what's the periapt of health? Once we figure that out, we'll figure out how to divvy this up.
All right, periapt of health. While you wear this, you are immune to contracting any disease. If you are already infected with the disease, the effects of the disease are suppressed while you wear the pendant, and this does not need to be attuned.
Okay, so for record, as long as we're wearing the pendant, basically, we cannot contract any disease. Does this include poison?
No, poison is different.
I am going to...
Because there's also a periapt of proof against poison.
I would like, because it is within Fiora's character, Fiora wants the periapt of health and calls dibs and puts it on.
Now she can have all the sex she wants.
Well, I would like to discuss between the other three who should get the Ring of Free Action.
I feel like I would suggest that whoever gets the Ring of Free Action doesn't get any money, and the 50G is split up as 25G between the two people who didn't get anything.
I was thinking it might be nice to have on Dagmar because he likes to get in the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if he can get there without a problem, that'll help him a lot. So,
Especially since you guys don't know this in-game yet, but with my Totem Warrior, as a bonus action, I can move 60 feet in one round.
there you go.
Wow.
All right.
And also, if on my turn, I can use an action to move you even more.
For just little GM wisdom, for those of you who aren't aware, the ring does require attunement. What that essentially means is that during a short rest, you're not going to actually rest. You're going to sit there and concentrate on the ring to sort of bind it to you.
Well, that's fine because we killed the dragon so fast, it's probably still the afternoon.
Ring of Free Action goes to Dagmar, and I guess if you guys are fine with this, 25G each to Coaly and Aial.
But
And then you each got one of the rare gems.
Yeah, which are worth 50G each.
But out of curiosity, I kind of wanted to see if these other gold piles had anything.
That was what I showed
everything.
you was the general loot of everything.
Okay.
All right, but can we roll for specific loot for perception?
Baby, what you got in mind?
I was hoping that for some reason he might have a spell book in that big pile of stuff.
Unfortunately, Dan, I'm going to go ahead and say no to that.
Can I
That's
roll,
all right.
Can I roll to
He
see?
wasn't really interested in that kind of shit. He mostly just liked to burn it.
Can I see if I can find any sort of crown?
He.
Go ahead
just-
and roll.
I'm just
Perception?
now. I'm just imagining him having the spell book like, more of these useless pieces of paper with words I can't read.
So
Pretty much, yeah.
Perception.
Yeah.
16.
You find a small copper circlet.
You mean a circlet?
Yes.
Is that a crown?
No, it's like a wristband.
I mean,
Well, no, a circlet is one on the head.
Oh, okay.
I put it on.
Basically, instead of like this whole big elaborate thing, imagine if it was like a single thin wire running around your head with like a little like rough gem at the front.
I wear it and I mutter to myself, "It's close enough."
Could I do a roll to look for any jewel encrusted weapons?
All right.
I got a nat 1.
You don't find it.
You drop some gems. You lose money.
I want to see if he has any burning toys that he likes to just burn. That I can use to burn too.
What?
Because he likes fire and he'd like to burn stuff.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
You find a flammable fidget cube.
Ah,
21.
21.
All right.
Flammable fidget cube.
I'm having to think for a second here.
All right. While you think, I'm cutting up the dragon to try and take as much of its meat as I can.
Okay, you
Oh,
get
wait.
3 units of dragon meat. All right. Okay, Jerry, you find. You find an interesting quarterstaff. You clearly see singe marks all over it, but it still seems to be pretty much intact and unharmed by it. So go ahead and put that as like mysterious burned quarterstaff or something.
Yeah. Now, if I could do something interesting with this with my fire, that would be awesome. That would be
Alright.
cool.
All right. Would you all like to head back to the keep?
I kind of wanted to see if I could salvage any of the dragon's pieces, like claws, teeth, horns.
Bone.
All right.
See if you can make some dragon bone weapons or armor.
I already took all his meat, so have at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's cleared out
Oh.
some of it for you. I'm gonna say,
May I roll for scales?
sure. Everybody roll skinning something. So I'm gonna say survive.
Survival.
I think I
My
am.
survival is decent.
Oh, I've got decent survival.
14.
12.
Nat 20!
Oh shit!
Holy
All
shit,
right.
dude.
Okay, wait.
Nat
wait,
20!
Okay, just hold on a second here. Jerry, why were you rolling?
You told everyone to
You
roll.
said everyone.
Well, I meant everyone who said they wanted to.
Don't say everyone
That's
and then
one
say not
person.
everyone.
That was one person.
It was
Actually,
Dan and Tim.
It was, yeah, 2 of us wanted stuff, but he did say everyone.
All right, sorry about that. Well, false roll. Okay,
Well,
But,
I
okay,
got
so-
a D20 on something. I don't know what.
okay. So, Tim, you said you got a 14.
Yes.
All right, you get 1 claw and 1 tooth.
Okay, I will see if I can do anything with these later on.
All right, Dan. D20 Dan.
Nat 20, Dan.
That 20 Dan. You, my friend, find yourself inspired by the glitteriness of the horde and the awesomeness of Dragonhide. And you feel yourself just know what you need to do. Your hands guide the knife smoothly, and when it comes out, you have yourself a pristine ruby red dragon pelt.
Beautiful.
Scales intact.
That is beautiful.
I wonder what you could do with that.
I
Like
nat
a tiny suit for Talia.
I nat 20'd as well when I was apparently trying to skin.
Well, I know
say
what you
were
I know what you
doing.
can do. Kill about 10 more of them
that was for
to
me
get
getting
your
the
armor.
meat. That was for me getting
Monster
the meat.
Hunter logic.
You already got the meat before then, though.
Yeah, but you said that was an auto success. So
Come on, I don't
could
want
be
this nat
that
20 to go to waste.
You get another bit of dragon meat.
Okay, 4 units. This will make Gormondo even happier with me.
Gormando is appreciative.
And
of
now
your-
I have even more materials to talk to John with about maybe upgrading my weapons.
Something like that. All right. Anything else?
I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I can really.
This is like reward cave, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Like
There's
I understand what you. I understand the problem, and I'm sorry that it had to happen to you too. But that was just. I don't know what else to say. That was just a perfect.
Fiora,
It happened in such a way to where I think the amusement is slightly outweighing the frustration.
Fiora walks up to Aial, puts her hand on his shoulder, and says, "In their tongue, he is Dovahkiin."
I think we were kind of owed considering Jerry
Actually,
got wrecked by a rug.
That's true.
actually, in their tongue, I am Aracrocrin.
Shut up! I'm doing a thing.
I have to say that I'm happy I did so much, especially since how much I'm getting fucked also.
Yeah, Jerry, I think
This
you
was a
redeemed
great
yourself.
turnaround for you.
From getting killed by a rug, you then went hell no to a dragon
Yeah.
and just stabbed it.
Before we leave, I want to rearrange the remaining golden treasure that's
Okay.
worthless to say fuck
Since-
you.
Since I've done so much, I want to now change my name to Sarge Coaly Grays because I have helped slay a dragon, and I took his last name.
His last name was Surge,
His
not,
last name was Surge.
but he
Surge?
didn't hear that. So
Surge Coaly Grays. Surge.
Yeah, I don't know how
Wait,
you
no.
confuse a U and an A there, Jerry.
I heard it several times. It said, what was the first one?
Surge.
That's it. No, the first thing I said when I was like, what was it?
Search. You thought it was Search, and then you thought it was Sarge.
I could have sworn
Yeah.
you thought I was Starch at one point.
Starch.
I really want to do something with this ruby dragon scale pelt of mine now. I've got to make something worthy of.
Damn, okay, you will have the opportunity. I
Okay.
will give you all the opportunities to use things that you got.
It's just that that was just so perfect.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like,
that was very nice.
I mean, I assume you're going to let us do stuff. Why give us loot if we can't use it?
I know. I'm not going to be mean about it. I put before you guys a challenge that was supposed to be challenging, and you wrecked it. And so you got rewarded.
Rhino, in the future, if you don't want to stick to just the main bestiary, Volo's guide has a bunch of unique monsters.
Yeah, I'll have to read through that at some point. This is just easier for me because it's an online thing that I don't have to scroll through.
True, and if you use Volos, you're probably not going to have very good models.
Yeah.
So before we go, I want to grab some of the worthless gold because I want to see if I can make golden bullets later when I have a Tinker's Kit 5 sessions from now.
Because metal is gold is such a good metal to shoot with.
It'd be more of a good luck charm thing. I just don't want to waste my actual gold doing it. Like you said, some of the gold is melted. I just want to get a piece of it.
Okay, let me make a golden bullet to be like, this is my prize.
Sort of. Well, it's more like I want to get one and then craft it into a golden bullet and then just keep it on me as a good luck charm.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
I assume there aren't actually gold bullets in there, so I just grab
Although really, at this point, all you would need is to heat it up until it melts, and then make sure it stays a ball as it cools.
Yeah, piece of worthless gold.
That was a little disappointing because I was hoping for a character moment with Dagmar, but he didn't get to do anything.
I mean, you. To be fair, I feel like you doing.
You
very
hinted
little-
at something.
Yes,
I think
character backstory.
Yeah, you did say that
I
you
tried-
were uneasy about dragons.
My
Big
father
scaly-
was killed by a dragon.
Big scaly creatures.
I tried to do the same thing with like the looting afterwards, but are we gonna go?
I guess
I
we
think
can just
I think that's
leave.
good. I think
Yeah,
that's
you
good.
want to go head home and sleep?
Yeah.
Head home.
Heading home.
All right. Well, we killed. Okay. I have dibs on going first because I want to talk to Winsley.
Oh, I was surprised you didn't just want to go to sleep and then we can just.
I want to do a couple things. I want us to like do. I want to do like 2 things first.
Okay, are you sure? Because we are technically past time.
I mean,
Yeah.
it'll be very quick. It'll be very quick. Unless these are
Okay.
unless like these are things you really think should be done next session.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, first, you
I
know,
don't know what you have in mind.
first I inform Winsley that we killed the dragon.
Winry.
Winry, sorry.
She listens to you and surprised goes, "Wow," and you don't even look burned.
Nah, we just kind of walked in. One of our guys tried to talk to it. It got mad, and then we just kind of fired at it and it just died instantly.
Huh? I wonder if something was wrong with it.
No, I don't think that was the case. Believe me.
Maybe it was just sick. I mean, he was talking about having eaten in a couple of days.
Hmm. Well, congratulations are in order, I suppose. Was this your first dragon you've ever killed?
For me, yeah, I can't speak for the others though. I've never even really encountered a dragon before. To be fair though, that one was pretty small.
Oh yeah, it looked like a wormling to me. Well, very lucky none of the other older ones have been around here. They'd have eaten us all alive.
Just let me know if you spot any others, so we know whether to A, go after them, or B, run like hell.
Oh, you'll know if it's a second. I'll be the first one out.
Alright, now that that's done, I bring the dragon meat to the great Gourmando. I'm like, you wanted that dragon meat?
Commando looks at him. He's like, magnificent. I did not think I would be holding such a meat nord so soon. You truly do a great service to Commando. I shall make you a feast of kings and dragon slayers tonight.
Your food is the greatest reward one could ask for, Gourmando. Thank you.
Commando deigns to shake your hand.
What does Danes mean?
He finds it good enough that he will shake your hand.
Okay, then yeah, I shake his hand.
Commando then washes his hand after because he is a good chef.
That is fair enough. I am also dirty,
Yeah.
so I make sure not to touch anything before I leave. Alright.
And I show Talia my ruby dragon scales. One day you will be able to obtain a reward like this.
She coos and kind of paws at it a bit.
Were you wanting me to make you something with this?
I don't think she
She's gonna tilt her head in that bird-like way they tend to do, as if she doesn't really know what you mean by that. She just thinks it's pretty.
Well, I think giving her something pretty would help.
Alright. My bit's done, so if anyone else has done...
And I think my bit's done because I just wanted to be nice to my little griffin, show her what Daddy brought home.
Yep. And I'll just say that yeah, anything else that I had planned I'll do next time. So, you were
Coaly
right.
and Dagmar, anything from you?
Not a whole lot. I mostly just wanted to rest and see if I can get that ring attuned.
All right,
Do you
let's
only
go
have,
ahead and say
do you only have to
do that.
Do you only have to attune it once?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, and I think like if anyone else wants to use it, they have to do it. They have to attune it to them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought
Alright.
I thought that would be a case.
All right. Well, anything from you, Coaly, before we end off?
I think I'm good.
All right. All right. So
Well-
you were right, Rhino. We were able to kill that thing quickly.
Yeah, you were. Let me know you did not get through technically all of the maps I had prepared for today, but you got through all but one.
Yeah. We
And our most powerful foe is a rug.
I would like to make it known just to the viewers. Rhino prepared this on extremely short notice. He had less than 24 hours to do this, and during that time, he had to sleep and go to work. So
Yeah. He said the maps would be crude, but they look pretty good to me.
props to him for actually setting this up.
The castle was one I had made beforehand. The basement, the dragon cave, and the one you guys didn't see were ones I had to make yesterday.
Well, the Dragon Cave looked really like detailed, honestly.
Yeah, it looked pretty foreboding to me.
Thank you. I was glad I found so many burned corpse icons.
Sorry, sorry that didn't get to be on screen for very long.
Yeah, and at least you'll get to do it. You'll get to improve on the last map.
Yeah, that's good.
Probably raise the difficulty a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we'll be doing next week. That's up to debate, but it'll be either this.
It's going to be
new.
It's going to be it's going to be this simply because I have a campaign planned. Because just for people who don't know, Failberg, it's not over, but Dan has decided that we have finished an arc of Failberg, and he's going to take time to make the next arc before we go back to it. So
yeah, I might as well say the official part of it. You guys, the rat ogre you killed was one of their greatest weapons, and because you killed it, you've pretty much gotten them in a bind with resources. So they're skipping town so that they can restock on resources.
Yep, so for now, Failberg will not be returning. It's not over. We've just finished the arc. We apologize for it seeming anticlimactic, but that's why we're just explaining things now.
It took us 5 hours to beat that boss.
I mean, anticlimactic in the sense that we didn't really say that it was over. But anyway, so I'm going to be DMing a campaign next to fill in the slots, but it's going to take a couple weeks because I need to make the maps for the starting area.
And I'm pretty sure all of us still need to make characters.
Well,
I'm good.
I mean, to be fair, Dan and Rhino just made a surplus of characters, so...
Yeah, and one of them I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just... Well, actually, I do have time to do what Max wants me to do, so...
What, the backstory?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you about your character just out of curiosity, but that's after the thing. All right, so I guess next week will be more of this, and I guess we'll see after that.
Yep. Well, at the very least, I do know that once we switch to my campaign, it's going to be like many sessions of one campaign before we switch over to the other for a while.
Amelia, I didn't expect us to go back to mine quite so soon, so that's why I'm trying to pass it off to you as fast as possible.
Yeah, we're not doing any more Courageous Magic for the time being. We kind of lost interest.
Yeah, sorry.
Also, just as a preview for those of you who are curious and the players here, you've pretty much narrowed down to things you want to do. You can do expeditionarily next time to, say, go to the town. That's like your next big stop, aside from stuff you do here in the fortress.
Okay.
So look forward to that. And all its mind fuckiness.
Hopefully all this loot we got can be used for something.
Hopefully.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that'll do it for now.
See you guys next time for more Reassembly.
I've been Courier Dan.
I am DM Rhino.
I am the Mystic Coaly that dies a lot.
You're not Surge Coaly?
Well, I just say Coaly. Surge Coaly Grays is my full new name then.
Melody.
I am Dagmar.
I'm Fiora. I'm Gormando's favorite.
Yeah, and that's Talia.
Bye.